Chair recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Zeldin, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Rise today to call on the Senate to act now to send to the President's desk several important bills that I have introduced in this chamber, which have all now passed this House. In Congress, I've been working hard to pursue my new era of American strength agenda to protect America's security at home and abroad, help grow our economy, support our veterans and first responders, improve the quality of education, repair our nation's infrastructure, improve health care in America, and safeguard our environment. Working with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle in the House and Senate, I've been able to secure a number of important victories for my district. These include a 5-year fully funded transportation bill, including my Safe Bridges Act, which was passed and signed into law. My proposal to allow states to opt out of Common Core without penalty from the federal government was also passed and signed into law. Working with Peconic Bay Medical Center, I was able to open a new veterans health care clinic in Manorville. I also helped lead the effort to permanently reauthorize the Zadroga Act for our 9/11 first responders and stop the medical device tax for 2 years. Additionally, my office has successfully resolved over 3,000 cases in favor of New York 1 constituents. While I'm very proud of the victories I've been able to secure thus far for our congressional district, I've introduced a number of other bills that have now passed this House. The Senate should act to pass all of the following bills: my Counterterrorism Screening and Assistance Act, which is H.R. 4314. With the rise of terrorism across the world, the need for an improved security clearance process and increased border security has become even more apparent. The free movement of those who would commit horrific acts of terror is one of the greatest threats to America's safety, both at home and abroad. My bipartisan bill, H.R. 4314, would help close gaps in foreign borders by establishing international security standards while also guaranteeing that U.S. resources are utilized in the most efficient way possible wherever they are needed the most. H.R. 4314 would also put in place a monitoring system to screen for infectious diseases abroad like Zika in order to contain and prevent any potential outbreaks. The Senate should also pass my 3 bills for our nation's veterans, H.R. 2460, 1569, and 1187. One of my greatest priorities is ensuring that our veterans of our armed forces receive the treatment and benefits that they have earned and deserve. In Congress, I've introduced several pieces of legislation to provide for our heroes, including H.R. 2460, which would provide adult day health care for disabled veterans at no cost, H.R. 1569, to require the VA to pay accrued benefits to the estate of deceased veterans, and H.R. 1187 to eliminate the loan limit that the VA can guarantee for a veteran. Passing all of these bills, which have received enormous support from Democrats and Republicans alike, are essential to increase our veterans' care and assistance. I also introduced a bill to save Plum Island, H.R. 1887. This island is a critical natural, cultural, and historical treasure that has been cherished by our local community since before the 1700s. Rather than allow the federal government to sell the island to the highest bidder, H.R. 1887 would safeguard the island from development to preserve this beautiful land, almost all of which is completely undeveloped. Additionally, we can ensure good-paying research jobs are on the island, while allowing public access for more Long Islanders and others to experience this great land as right in our own backyard. Another one of my bills, H.R. 3070, would allow striped bass fishing off the coast of Montauk. Just this month, H.R. 3070 passed the House with unanimous bipartisan support. My bill would clarify federal laws governing the management of the striped bass fishery in the exclusive economic zone between Montauk, New York, and Block Island, Rhode Island. Fishermen are desperately pleading for common sense relief, and the EEZ Transit Zone Clarification Act is just one way that Congress can help. The Senate should act quickly on all of these essential pieces of legislation. I will continue doing everything in my power to bring home more victories for Long Island through my new era of American strength agenda. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.